Hello, crypto world. Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. So today, I have the Bitcoin chart open, and I'd like to make a quick video explaining my thoughts in the way I see Bitcoin as it stands right now. And I believe it's important to cover Bitcoin because it is the bellwether for crypto. So, if you're familiar with my previous videos on Bitcoin, you know that I have talked a lot about the different structures that exist in a Bitcoin decline. So here we have, let me quickly show you the way these different structures play out. So you have an initial peak, and there are two different types of declining structures in Bitcoin. There is a pattern A, which after the initial peak, it does a retrace, and from that retrace, it does three waves down to a capitulation point. In a pattern A, it does a V-bottom. In a pattern B, it does a bounce. So they alternate. One decline will be a pattern A. The next one will be a pattern B. So this one should be a pattern B. So this one, the initial peak did not go as high as it normally does. Sometimes that happens with fractals, and it happened with this one. Height, depth, timing, even though the structure is the same, all those other things can vary, making each occurrence of the structure a unique expression of that structure. So here's the initial peak, and this is the way I believe that it has been playing out, although there have been times where it's made me rethink some of my beliefs. But anyways, let me show you my standard belief. So I believe that this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and we have been working on wave 3. At which point it will come to a capitulation point, and from there it will do a bounce. Sometimes that bounce at the end goes a little lower than the capitulation point, and from there it begins its recovery. Now, there is another interpretation of this that can go something like this. This is wave 1, this is wave 2, and this is wave 3, and this is the bounce. Now, let me tell you the strengths of this. So if you compare this chart to the XRP chart, say, XRP has already completed its capitulation fractal. So if you compare the two charts, you can say, well, maybe this right here was the capitulation point, and now this is that bounce. And like I said, sometimes that second part of the bounce, so the bounce starts here and ends here, sometimes it goes a little lower. Although the further away it goes from here, the more likely it's not that situation. And this already kind of has me questioning whether this is truly the bounce. Furthermore, this is such a weird expression of this structure. I've never seen it before. It would be a first. Normally, you can draw a trend line from here, align it with the second wave, and you will get the third wave eventually will touch it, and sometimes it goes above it. Sometimes it'll ride above it for a while and then come crashing down and then eventually do that bounce. So this is one possibility. Again, the further this goes away from this red line here, which is the current low, the more likely that the chart is more like this. This is wave 3, this is wave 2, and this is wave 1. So we will have to see how things play out. Right now, this is actually quite far down to go from this. So I'm leaning towards that this could drop more. Now, what is this green line down here? Let me zoom out a little bit. So I've done some previous videos on this. I'll link one over here. You can watch it. Basically, historically speaking, the only other time Bitcoin has gone below this all-time high, what would be here is where it bottomed out. So that would be around 11,773. Could be off on that. I mean, it could not do that. It could go somewhere around there, above it or below it. Another option is if you put on some major simple moving averages. So these are some biggies right here. This is a 200-day simple moving average. This is a 200-week simple moving average, and this is a 100-month simple moving average. That is another possibility, and as you can see, they're actually around the same area. So all this, of course, is speculation, but at the same time, it's something that we need to keep an eye on. I honestly don't know if this is the bounce or if this is wave 3. If it starts going lower, I'm going to say it's wave 3. And if we zoom in, let me zoom in real quick. So I have this on an hour candle. So as you can see, it kind of moved down, moved back up. Now, what would be extremely normal for this decline, every decline has its unique themes. And what is a unique theme for this one is it moves down, it pulls back up, it kind of goes sideways a little, and then it goes up sometimes, and then bam, just like it went like here. My point being is that it could go sideways before it drops again into its next phase. Now, if this is the bottom, we wouldn't see that. We would see a recovery from here. So what happens here tells the story, basically. If we see it go sideways and then start dropping again, yep, I would start looking to this line or that 100-month moving average, or it could be somewhere different. I don't know. But I would say that this would be wave 3. Let me zoom out again. So, folks, that's the way I see Bitcoin. I don't have the answers. Those are two different options, that we're at the bounce now, we're just finishing it up, or this is wave 3 and we're going to drop and then we'll do the bounce. Well, I hope this video was helpful. May have just been more confusion, but that's the way I see Bitcoin. If you find this type of analysis interesting, where I deep dive into chart structures and examine fractals and patterns, you should hit that subscribe button, and that way you'll be notified when I put out new content. I put out new content on a regular basis. If you found this video helpful, please hit that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. And one important thing, I am not a financial advisor, so none of this should be construed or used as financial or investment advice. I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.